So, Steve, one thing you've talked about is, like, for instance, CVR race cars, how they have it set up in their chassis to have the motor angled.
Yes.
And I believe theirs is 8 degrees. I don't think that's a big secret. Is that correct?
I don't know what the actual degrees are.
Anyway, you've said that is the right way to do it. Tell me why you see it as an advantage to angle a motor.
All right, so the way they have their engine in the car is, I know they got and I have to talk like Chipper and Matt or somebody, but it's like a certain degree back and to the left. Because when the car is riding around the track nowadays, so the engine's like this.
I mean, is it angled?
And then when it's riding around the track, it's like that.
Well, if you could describe that in words for our podcast listeners.
So,
but since the
engine's square in the car when it's at attitude,
okay,
and it's racing around the racetrack.
Gotcha.
So
now, what is the advantage there?
Well, I mean, everything's level.
Okay.
Carburetor's level, oil pan's level, motor's level. I mean, everything's like doing what it's supposed to be doing because, I mean, back in the day, I mean, let's look at this. Like, you know, you go in the corner and the car changed maybe 2 degrees back years ago. Now it changes like 8 to 10 degrees.
Right. Yeah.
So, like when the car's rocked over like that, but the motor's
rocked over to the right.
Rocked over to the right, but the motor's level. Mm-hmm. Totally.
Well, I think fuel distribution is certainly one of those things that we've certainly heard of for years until we got into this angling thing. Is you could run lean on one side of your carburetor and be rich on the other side.
I mean, literally the only people I've seen in this industry have their engine correct is CVR.
Interesting.
And then, next question will be like, oh, what about the angled carburetor spacers?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, even with that.
Is that a Band-Aid for a broken arm?
It's a Band-Aid for a broken arm. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
That was my new phrase that I came up with this week.
Right.
Yeah. Band-Aid for a broken arm.
Correct. so, like all the angled carburetor stuff, yeah, I mean, yeah, it gets carburetor level when you're like rocked over and like at attitude, but it makes no power.
Well, you know, the other...
So, like when you got the engine at the right angle, and then you've got like your total square correct, let's say HVH 5/8 spacer, then you're making the most power because the engine's level on the racetrack.